Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I actually wanted to make a video and talk about my experience with US Mobile, a cell phone provider. And I wanted to talk about why I'm not going to be going with them for not only my cell phone service, but also my cellular 5G home internet service. So let's actually get into this video. So as you guys can see here, I'm on the US Mobile website and it says buy old wireless hello super carrier, and why that might sound good, I'm going to get into the nitty gritty of why it doesn't really sound as good as it seems, in other words. So it says below that we created first of its kind tech so you can seamlessly switch between all three networks, get started on unlimited plans from $17.50 a month, and it says that they also offer a free trial with limited stuff like 30 gigabytes of data and unlimited text and calls. But after that 30 gigabytes of data, then you either have to pay or you have to switch back to another carrier, your previous carrier, or whatnot. So I actually ended up doing the $17 a month unlimited plan. I actually skipped the trial because with the trial you only get like limited things. You only get like 30 gigabytes of high speed data. Not that I would really go through that in a month. I really don't think I would because I'm mostly on Wi-Fi. But in order to be able to switch and whatnot and do other things like switch carriers, like for it to be the super carrier, like they say, then you have to have an actual plan. And not only that, but I also found out that you can only do the super carrier thing, like the switching, if you have an eSIM. So the downside to this is if you have a physical SIM card from US Mobile, which I did not know. So the downside is that if you have a physical SIM card, then you have to buy a new SIM card. You have to get a new SIM card every time you switch carriers. So, for example, if I wanted to switch from T-Mobile, which we have right now, we have Metro by T-Mobile, a tablet SIM card, in my third-party gateway slash modem, which allows IMEI revisions and stuff like that. I'm not going to get too much into it in this video, but we can basically use any SIM card in our third-party cellular 5G home internet gateway as long as it's truly unlimited data, which US Cellular does provide for all of their plans and everything. Well, not all of their plans, but all of their networks basically, because they have all of the major networks. They have T-Mobile, they have Verizon, they have AT&T, they have all of them. So that's basically what I wanted to like clear the air on before I get more into detail about the video here. That if you have an eSIM, then you can switch carriers on the fly. Like you don't have to worry about replacing your SIM card or anything because it's like a virtual SIM card. It's not really a physical SIM card. So with that, it would work out fine. But the problem with that is for the cellular 5G home internet, I need a physical SIM card because the Chester Cheetah SDX75 gateway slash modem that I have only supports physical SIM cards. It only supports two physical SIM cards. So, in order for this to work for me with that, with the carrier switching, like I said, it did sound really promising and it sounded really good in the beginning. But after I got the SIM card in the mail, I found out that I would have to like switch a SIM card every time in order to do this. I would have to get a new physical SIM card, a new one every time, either buy one on Amazon or request one from US Mobile, and that would just be annoying. It would be annoying to have to do that all the time instead of being able to switch on the fly. Like I said, unfortunately, the Chester Cheetah SDX75 gateway slash modem doesn't support eSIM, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not gonna jump the gun there. I'm not gonna go and try to find another third-party gateway slash modem that supports eSIM just for that, because I've talked about it before. Metro by T-Mobile, or T-Mobile in general, gets really good coverage in our area, and we're like in a rural area, but we don't really need like a backup if we don't really need one. We don't really have to have one, is basically what I'm saying. So The good thing about US Mobile, I will give them this. The good thing that it's easier to switch if you have eSIM. It's better if you have eSIM. If you have a gateway slash modem that does support eSIM, then you would be good to go with this. It would definitely be worth it for you. But if you don't have a compatible device that has eSIM, whether it be a gateway slash modem or a phone or a tablet, and they don't support eSIM, then you're going to either have to stock up on physical SIMs, or you're going to have to, like I said, you're just going to have to do that. You're just going to have to switch the SIM card out physically every time if you want to switch from carrier to carrier. So I ended up going back to Metro by T-Mobile, and unfortunately, it was a big hassle. I'm not going to get too much into it in this video, but I did end up paying for US Mobile because I thought I was actually going to stay with them. But come to find out, I asked on Reddit and I asked around, and they told me that, well, if your gateway slash modem or your phone or your tablet doesn't have eSIM, then you're going to have to get a new SIM card every time you want to switch to another network or another carrier. So I was like, no. I was like, just forget it. You know, I get good enough coverage with T-Mobile here. I have a Metro by T-Mobile tablet SIM card in my Chester Cheetah SDX75 gateway slash modem. And like I said, I'm not going to get too much into it, but I did actually have to switch. I had to like port out my number from US Mobile, and then I had to port it back in to Metro by T-Mobile. So when I went with US Mobile, I ported out my number from Metro to US Mobile, and then it was a royal pain after that. I had to chat with US Mobile. I had to get them to release my number, give me a refund for my month of service and all that kind of stuff. It was just a big hassle. So long story short, I ended up going back with Metro by T-Mobile for both my phone and the cellular 5G home internet. And actually, it actually came out to be better for me because this time I was coming as a new customer, and with the Metro by T-Mobile tablet SIM card, I actually get it for $15 a month now. So instead of $20 a month, I get $5 off of that unlimited tablet SIM card plan. So right now, we're actually saving $5 more on the Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet, if you want to call it that, which it basically is, because I'm just using a tablet SIM card in my third-party gateway slash modem, my Chester Cheetah SDX75 gateway slash modem. And like I said, I have more videos on my channel talking about that, how to do that. If you have a third-party gateway slash modem, you can basically use any unlimited SIM card in here or in there, and you can get it for like a dirt cheap, basically, really really cheap. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be going with US Mobile. Like I said, I'm not going to be going with them. It could work out. Like I said, if you have eSIM, if you have an eSIM capable device, then that would be the way to go. I'm not going to do it on my phone either because I even though my Google Pixel 9 Pro XL has eSIM capabilities, even though it does, I'm just going to stick with the Metro by T-Mobile because, like I said, it's not really a must. It's not really a must for us because it's not like we ever have any really bad problems with T-Mobile coverage here or anything. Now, if we did, then I would definitely say, yeah, I would definitely say maybe I could, get away with using the physical SIMs and switching out every now and then and, just stock up on a bunch of US Mobile SIMs or whatever. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my time doing all that because like I said, I thought that it was going to be better than it was. So you definitely have to do your research before you switch carriers and whatnot. And I really should have done that. I admit that. I was wrong with that. I should have done my research. I should have asked around on Reddit and, read the fine print and whatnot. But I learned from this and I wanted to pass this along to you guys. So the two things to keep in mind: if you have an eSIM capable device, it doesn't matter what it is, a phone, a tablet, a third-party gateway slash modem for your cellular home internet or your cellular 5G home internet, then you would be good to go with an eSIM. So if you have a physical SIM, if you have a device that only takes a physical SIM, then you can either do one of two things. You can stay with your current carrier, like I'm doing with the Metro by T-Mobile, and use the physical SIM there, and just keep your service that way, or you can stock up on a bunch of physical SIM cards and do it that way. Like I said, I'm not going to do that because I just don't think it's worth it. I kind of am disappointed in this because really, if they're going to do something like this, then really they should allow it on one physical SIM card. They should allow it on one physical SIM card, and that's where it comes into play, where they're just greedy and they're just worried about making money because they're only going to give you one SIM card for free. So, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about too. Even if you do have an eSIM, there is somewhat of a catch. You're going to have to actually pay $2 after your first free times. They actually give you first 2 times are free switching carriers. So, like, say for example, you have the $17.50 a month plan, and then you wanted to switch carriers. So you're going to pay an extra $2 to switch carriers every time, which is not that bad. That's not really that bad. So you would be looking, if you're constantly doing that, you would probably be looking at a bill around like $20, $30 or $40, $50, dollars, depending on how many times you switch, a day or a week or a month or whatever. But that's not really that bad. That's pretty much peanuts. But for me, it just didn't work as expected. I just wanted to make a video on this, and I wanted to let you guys know that this is actually a good upcoming thing, though, because to be honest with you guys, I really feel like other carriers are going to follow this. They're going to follow what U.S. Mobile is doing, and I believe that it's not going to be long that unfortunately, we're probably going to do away with physical SIM cards altogether, and then it's just going to be all eSIM and everything like that. And I really don't think that that's too far off, and I'm sure that you guys are thinking that too. But for now, I'm going to continue with using the Metro by T-Mobile for our 5G home internet, and also I'm going to continue using it for my cellular service for my phone as well, because like I said before, you can't really beat it. You can't beat what I pay. I only pay $25 a month for unlimited everything on my cell phone, and then I also pay only $15 a month now, so $5 off after I ported back from US Mobile to Metro by T-Mobile. They gave me the $5 off because basically, like I said, I was a new customer and I was bringing my tablet to them instead of before when I actually bought the tablet from the Metro by T-Mobile store physically. And this time I would be coming back as a new customer, and they gave me that $5 off, so I get the tablet plan and the Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet for only $15 a month. So I'm only paying with my phone and the Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet and all, I'm only paying like around $40 a month, which is peanuts. That's basically unheard of for both a cell phone carrier, like a cell phone provider. For my Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, only $25 a month, and then only $15 a month for the Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet with a third-party gateway. Like I've said before in my videos, you just can't do that with a gateway/modem from T-Mobile officially, or Verizon officially, or AT&T officially. You can't do that because you can't revise the IMEI like you can with a third-party gateway/modem. So that's basically all I got, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to get somewhat of a quick video out and talk about this because why it is a good. It's a good service because like I said, it's US Mobile. That's their name, but they have all three carriers. They have all three of the major networks. They have T-Mobile, they have Verizon, they have AT&T, and that's all well and good. But the eSIM is the main thing here. Like if you don't have eSIM and you have physical SIM cards still, which most people do, and my mom's phone does. Like she has an older phone, and her phone still has a physical SIM card. So there's no way that you can do that. I mean, you can do it. Like I said, there is a way that you can do it, but it's just a hassle because you got to keep stocked up on physical SIM cards instead of just being able to switch, using one physical SIM card, and that's annoying. So I was just like, no, since we get good enough coverage with the Metro by T-Mobile or the T-Mobile themselves, then I figured, no, since we don't have like major outages or anything like that, like I've talked about before on my channel, we don't have like major outages or anything like that with the Metro by T-Mobile, then I'm just going to stick with them for both my phone and the Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet. So that's basically all I got, guys. Like I said, just wanted to get this video out there. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.